goals is Cecilia. We've gone almost a 3-4-3 formation, consisting of Sienna, Jazz, and Maddie in the defensive half. Just want to get some confirmation surrounding those last names of the players. As the Greens initially travelled forward, and just discussing in the pre-game with Mariana, had high praise for the home side today, quoting that it's in their DNA to win. But for Bentley, there's a plan they want to execute. So over the course of the 90 minutes, let's see if they can, well, stay with the manager's orders. Of course, for Calder United, they've definitely become a staple amongst the women's ranks in their short history. It's Mark Torcaso, the current Philippines women's national manager, which was involved in that success. Had a discussion with him throughout the course of the week in regards to his career and how he's travelling with international management. Certainly attributes a lot of his time at Calder to where he is today. As the Greens try something clever through midfield. No nonsense there in defence from Calder. So in non-positional order, the lineup for the away side today consists of Mingui in goal, Bomford, Brown, Kane Evans, Cook, Fernandez, Fogarty, Hahn, Johnson, Sheringham, Simpson. All over the park. As the game goes on, we'll have a thorough understanding of positioning surrounding those players. Wasn't attained in the pre-game. But the home side have a corner. They've taken it short. Bentley just not allowing for that routine to occur for the meantime. Second corner of the afternoon coming very early on. Calder looked to loft into the area. Front post was the option. Clearance off the line. It's from Bentley. As the home side get the rub of the green. They protest the ball might have gone out. Those protests go heard. And already intervening for both sides, but a vital intervention made by Fogarty on the line to prevent the deadlock being broken so early on in this contest. Lofted pass, trying to find someone in a more central area. And there's a first introduction for the afternoon for the Calder number 23. Siketa replaces Camilleri. in the goalkeepers' union. As Calder look to move it out wide. Ambo applying some pressure. And that pressure coming to full fruition. She's earned a throw-in deep inside the Calder attacking half.
Is it not? The ref pointed this way.
Let's go, Bentley, switch on.
Did the ref get it wrong? She pointed that way,
Ambo with the throw. Low cross, not going too far. Bentley trying to evade the danger. Eki lofting back towards the edge of the box. And Bentley happy to clear. Trying something provocative they were now, the home side. On the edge of the area, a lot of green shirts surrounding those in white. As the back four, home side today consists of the captain, Eki, and Smith as your fullbacks. Centre-back partnership of Hayson and McGorian. Featuring yet again. Of course, Santu's also amongst it. There's Aiton in the heart of midfield today. Alongside Langley. Ambo potentially playing that central attacking midfielder role as Langley has possession. She spreads wide. Long below the top, it's a fine ball to pick out. And there's a chance for Calder. Across the face, a goal it went. They couldn't convert. It was a brilliant ball in to find Lum. Keeper, a bit undecisive. The ball just eluding her over the top. And the home side definitely showcasing their quality early on. Santu calling for it in a wide position. Aiton went the opposite direction. Now the captain under a bit of pressure. And for the meantime, they've managed to withstand it. Keeper happy to clear. Confirmation on the match officials for this afternoon. Courtney Van Deesen is the referee. Adam Tweed and Harry Harvey are the assistants, with fourth official Jack Oralbar. Just on the bottom left corner of your screen in the referee blue. As they hold it up nicely. Potentially a chance out for Calder. They're getting the run in behind. Fine intervention had to be made from the Bentley Green fullback as a Calder player remains on the turf. She's been slow to get up. That was Smith. looks a little bit worse for wear at the minute. So the Calder bench is being called upon to investigate the well-being of their player. Fluid football already on display from the home side, as aforementioned. They've started brightly. Mingui hasn't exactly made a save yet, but she's been kept busy. There was an effort in which glanced just wide across the face of her goal. So currently, the drop ball looks like the order of business. Calder down to 10 players as they attend the well-being of the player being attended to by her medical staff. And you can see some substitutes just starting to warm up. Perhaps Smith has had her final inclusion of the day. She has been worked on by her medical staff in terms of to see if she can go on. Meanwhile, Calder look to play with 10. As a goal kick was awarded. Walsh also in the attacking forefront for Calder today, the number 3. In that left wing position. Sandhu, the wide attacker. And leading the line was Lum. So finally got there in terms of confirming the lineups. Of course, they are confirmed via Instagram. It's more in positional order. Bit of confusion surrounded that, but glad to have finally got there. As both sides so far just perhaps testing each other's strengths out. Of course, it's well known the threat Calder possess on the counter-attack. Well, they like to transition quickly from defence to attack. Can't afford to make mistakes also. Around the Western United based side. Of course, I was at the game they played against Heidelberg, which they were leading at Olympic Village that afternoon. A couple of rounds ago. They had lost on that occasion by 3-2. They'd capitalised upon mistakes made by the Heidelberg defence on 2 occasions that day. Hence, Bentley Greens must remain attentive. They have been so far, but they have conceded another corner. Of course, Calder coming off a win, a Nike Cup win against Box Hill United. Just played here last week as that ball's been dealt with by the Greens momentarily. Santu might want to whip this one back in. It's a fine cross. Captain was the target. Ball falling to the edge of the area. As the Greens just unable to really clear their lines adequately. So Calder continue to push into their attacking half. Handball was the call. And the referee quick to acknowledge that one. As for the away side, in terms of their recent form, they're also coming off a victory in the Night Cup, 4th round, getting the job done. As they look to go towards the box, cross was a bit tame. Saketa happy to claim with no real qualms about it. Of course, Olivia Bomford in the Bentley Greens 3-2 Cup victory away from home against Southern United. They look towards the referee. Right as I was discussing the cup run, there was certainly claims for a penalty, which Calder had conceded in their latest NPL women's fixture. That was, of course, against Heidelberg, back at Olympic Village. Meanwhile, the Greens have a corner. Saketa was a little bit concerned about that one. It was looping, just not towards the top left corner. As Mariana just enforcing some pressure to be kept. United just weathering the storm for now until that lofted pass going afray. Bentley continued to build. Cross towards the outer perimeter of the box, but this is where they like to be dangerous. Calder, they have a counter-attacking chance. That's a brilliant ball through, and there's a definite one opening up for Calder. Towards the back post, not dealt with, and the scoring's opened. It was a brilliant ball in from Mami Ambo, and at the back post to claim it. Dare I say, they were Calder. Walsh in on the goal scoring party. She's opened the account for the afternoon. Very clinical, counter-attacking ability showcased by the home side. We know that's how they like to play. And the scoring has opened here. How's the away side going to respond? It's a fine ball from the centre half. The flag had gone up.
Let's work, next 5. Forward, forward, forward.
It's a nice ball from Kane Edwards to try unlock Bomford in that left region of the field. As getting low
Too easy, girls.
was second up. That ball was looping from Simpson. And the away side have a corner. They look to try cancel out the initial opener in quick succession. Shearing the taker. Kane Edwards at the back post, providing an option short was Han. Bomford in a more central region. Cook also amongst it. As that one's gone low. Sure, Shering hadn't caught that one the way she would have wanted to. And here go Calder. This is how they like to play, over the top. And there's another chance opening up for them. Heaps of time, they go around a couple. But finally a clearance from Bentley. Ambo trying to find player in a more central region, couldn't do so. That one's a little bit deep. Too deep, in fact, for Han.
Addy goes there, come across. Forget about being in that pocket. Because Malmy's dropped in, Addy's gone in support, just get across and cover. Be your option for your underneath.
It's always rotating the Calder attack in terms of positioning. As Eki controlled nicely in a tight area. Here goes Sandu. Kane Edwards happy to clear. Hasten has time as the away side settle further up the pitch. Here the calls from their management to step up. Trying to evade the pressure. They were, and they've done so in the meantime brilliantly. Sandu coming out wide, Hasten now in possession. They're working it rather deep, which is allowing for this Bentley press. Eki. Lord won't find Sandu. Kane Edwards came a long way to make the intervention. As the ball just evades us on the broadcast side of the ground.
Play, first time.
Megorian, in central. Made of the task for Langley. Eki just bouncing off the feet of Aiton. Sandu's come very deep. Langley composed. Trying to find the long option. Getting stuck in was Walsh. Now here goes Sandu. That could be a chance. Across the face of goal it went. Who's there to claim it? Fine block. Still a bundle. Should have been their second. They somehow get away with it. Mingui went long.
Support higher, get up.
Mammy Ambo. She's not sure how she hasn't found the back of the net for 2-0.
Early! Follow the runners!
As Bentley trying to find a foul. Lum controlled with her head and got the pass away. Walsh couldn't trap it. They rekindle possession. Here's Lum. Lofting pass. Sandhu causing problems
Good, feet
on
early,
the right
early.
side of the field.
Early, get the gummy, vamos.
As Eki takes over. She continued her run. Lum
Block!
shift around a couple. Tried to get the shot away, Lum.
Block!
Smashing
Good.
from distance. No real bother to Mingy or Calder.
Second!
Of course, Mingy wasn't featured in Bentley Greens. 2-3 away from home victory in the Nike Cup. Chechlanitsky, the goalkeeper of choice on that occasion. As the ball just competed for by both sides deep in the Bentley Greens attacking half. A throw in. Not working for really anything. Calder will settle with a goal kick. Saketa hasn't really been tested yet.
Let's play, who wants it? Midfield!
Can overhit their manager, wanting their side to try and place one out of defence. But they need the cavalry to do so.
Good!
Ambo went first time. Just making Smith stretch and not get the pass away the way she would have wanted to.
Hold. Gonna go direct!
Just wonder how Nick Mariana is going to try to turn this one around. You can see at the moment Calder just controlling possession, controlling the game. And you feel like their second won't be too far away. As Smith made to earn that ball. Ball for Mingy to have a goal kick.
Sienna, get on it!
Long searching pass from the Greens out of their defensive half. Calder back in possession. There's a real swagger about the way they're playing now. Strolling forward they were. Another chance opening up. Big clearance was necessary. And Cook happy to find that one go all the way back to the clubhouse. Of course, this is Sydenham's home ground with Football Victoria not deeming Keilor Park Reserve as the home venue for Calder United due to the, well, there's no real runway there for the players to walk out upon. So they reside with Sydenham and their home facilities.
Back in our shape! Midfield, touch tight! Touch tight, midfield!
Zambo trying to keep in the ball. Slide into, try and keep that one alive. They were Bentley through Johnston. Now Brown will want to take the throw in. Wind is slowly picking up. Nothing too major. The breeze shifting to our left. Can't complain, we're deep into April, nearing the halfway point of the year, and the sun is still gleaming. So Melbourne providing the goods in terms of the weather. Which will keep this one in its constant moving state. As Eki got on the way initially. That ball's going to find a shirt at the back post. The flag is going to intervene. Fernandez, it was. With the chance. Not at the back post, rather, more at the back part of the box region. The assistant referee in prime position to acknowledge that her run was offside. As Bentley still applying pressure, but it's allowing for this counter-attack to ensue for Calder. Eki's got heaps of space. There's reinforcements over the top. It's a brilliant ball from the captain. The keeper's come off her line. She had to be sure. And she was fortunate to get the bounce. Walsh might have been in for her second. Made a great run over the top on the same wavelength with her captain. The two did well there to combine. As Langley lost out. Ball not reaching the intended target. From Bomford. And Langley over the top. Flag stayed down. Chance could come to full fruition. Ambo already with the assist. Fizzes the ball across the face of goal. Chance still remains alive on the edge of the area. Can they dispatch the shot away? They do. Just not able to keep that one low. They were. Through the registration of Smith. Sminky had read the situation nicely, coming off her line to intervene. The long ball over the top. She had to be certain. And for the away side, they were relieved to see that she was. As Sandu came away with it. Amber got involved momentarily. Bomford to Kane Edwards, trying to work themselves out of this pressure from Calder. Aiton, aggressive in trying to get it back. Edwards. Ball just right along the touchline. It had trickled out of play. But Hart and Edwards using the full length of the pitch to try to keep that one alive. With Hahn just not able to keep that one in play. She got a foot onto it. Bomford couldn't work herself out of a compact situation. Aiton composed. Received it back from Henson. Move it out widely nicely. Calder really settling into this groove now. They've had a fair share of possession. They've nullified any territory being built by the away side so far. And the away side have pushed up. So that for the long balls over the top to occur. They're certainly aware of that threat which they possess. Pass and move, it's such a nice sight to behold. As Saketa just lofted towards Eki, who couldn't trap. Now Bentley want to try and find a spell of their own in possession. Bomford flicking. Simpson on the edge of the area. Clearance made on as far as Kane Edwards, who controls nicely. Flick on towards Hahn. She's going to get there. Off the left boot. It was a great ball into the box. Had to be dealt with. Hastened routine.
Forward, forward, forward.
Sandu trying to evade some pressure placed by Hahn. As Langley got things cleaned up through Hasten. And they've worked this out very nicely, Calder, and there could be a chance on the counter. The ball not going to reach the target intended, but happened to be sure on the back line they were. Cook had some pressure applied. She remained composed. They worked it nicely momentarily there, Bentley. Just the final pass, the one that went afray. As Han stepping away from her marker, earned possession. Edwards, fine pass to Hahn, who went the aerial option with no one really posing a threat to Saketa, who claims with no qualms about it yet again. You feel as if you want to see more from Bomford, the captain. Of course, as Afa mentioned, she was lively in their latest victory. She was the difference maker on that contest away from home. So you feel as if at half time they'll be looking to try and involve her a little bit more, make her get more into central regions of the box to be an attacking option. But the flag has stayed down until it went up. There's a clear offside, which the official notified very quickly. As Walsh looking to break the lines, couldn't do so. Sandu positioned herself nicely to make the intervention. Han has had a fair bit of the football so far in those wide areas. Bomford couldn't reach her. Here is Han. Found Bomford. And receiving once more. Takes a slide upon dispatching the pass. Gets it yet again. As the official playing advantage. Here goes Walsh. She's off to the races. Heaps of space ahead of her. Is this a chance for Calder? It's Walsh looking for the top corner. Just couldn't find it. You could say she went the spectacular. She had probably more time than she might have believed she'd had. But there was a chance there, which Calder just weren't able to take. Mingui wasn't bothered by that one. As Langley letting it bounce towards Hazen, who hasn't skipped a beat so far. Walsh tried going over the top of Kane Edwards. Mingy gave it some leather. It's going to bounce all the way towards the Hasten region. So composed is the staple in defence for Calder. She went over the top. And it's opened up for Calder once more. And there's options queuing up in the centre. Walsh is one of them. Ambo kept going. Just unable to manufacture something at the final interval of that play. Meanwhile, the Greens, they want to venture forward. You can hear the cheers from Fernandez to Simpson to press the keeper. Of course, in yesterday's fixture between Manningham Blues and Hume City at Petty's Reserve, that's what opened the scoring. Meanwhile, there's Siketa's real first test, a bobbling effort from Simpson, in which she routinely claimed. But in terms of applying pressure to goalkeepers, can be an unconventional way to find the back of the net. Of course, it's a keeper's nightmare. And it was Hume City's Jackson Riley, yesterday's men's fixture at Petty's Reserve, that had lived that nightmare of that costly defensive mistake. Meanwhile, it could be a chance opening up. Yet again for Bentley, they look towards the official. Momentarily they did. Siketa once again just in the position to claim. She wanted to have a go at thumping it long. Lum was the target. Fernandez not able to have enough real estate to play that in towards Brown. As she's wheeled away from a few, she kept going, sharing. As Johnston tried to find the cross, found the corner instead. So we have a corner. Half time not too far away. Ball's whipped in to that central region. Kane Edwards was jostling and wasn't quick to regain possession. So sliding was sharing to prevent Ambo from making forward movements. The Calder management talking to our fourth official right in front of us on commentary regarding the shirt pull against one of his players, as Walsh just keeping Minky honest. She went very long, very impressive. The keeper's distribution, of course, for the away side. She's had a few moments today where she's had to search for something long, as Walsh couldn't flick it from Kane Edwards. And with all the options, Hart and Edwards were available to Simpson. She couldn't find either. Sandhu went long from the throw, hand intervening. Walsh spreading nicely out wide. Try to receive it back. Here is Walsh trying to get in behind Cook, who has been strong today in her own right. Stop. 2 minutes of stoppage time has been the call from the fourth official. Is there enough time for Calder to try find their second? The cross side netting on the way through. It'll be interesting to see how they look to venture out of the defensive half. They have 90 seconds remaining in this first half to test Siketa at the other end, Bentley. They haven't really had much to talk about in terms of their attacking output. A couple of corners perhaps, but Nothing really doing. Cook had a header, which sailed well wide of the post. That's for the home side. They've had all the attacking play, in truth.
Keep the ball. Play again. Yeah, good. Yeah, offer. Good.
They open the scoring just after the 20th minute mark. But there might be one last chance for Bentley. They're going to venture forward.
Good. Hey, no forward, Eddie. Well done.
Longford.
Great recovery, Eddie. Up. Good shot. Good.
Bomford tried to flick over to find Hahn. Eki with the miscue clearance. So the whistle hasn't sounded yet for half time. Bentley have possession rather deep. Bomford earns the free kick with a yellow card issued to Mamiambo. Nick Mariano watches on. This will be the final chance of the half. And in terms of the match's complexion, imagine an equaliser was to be found. Bomford, the captain, places the ball down. Calder looking to settle their wall. Sekida trying to organise it. Arguably, the best chance they've had so far, the away side. Can they find something on the stroke of half-time? Bomford went towards goals. A high effort, dipping. Sekida was stressed about it. But the half-time whistle has sounded here at Keilor Lodge Reserve. Calder United in front via a 20th minute goal. We'll be back with the second half very shortly. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. Thanks. And the start of the second half about to get underway. It was all the home side in the first. They opened the scoring just over the 20-minute mark. The away side had their kickoff. I want to get things moving very quickly. The Greens transitioning nicely. They've worked to the edge of the area. Cross goes in. Still remains alive for them. Whips across the face of goal again. Intervention had to be made. They haven't cleared their lines yet, Calder. Until the ball was traded between both sides. Brown has a throw in, so a lot more lively from Bentley already. So they weren't able to combine from the throw-in. Conditions still remaining picturesque for football, however it is a little bit chilly around the lodge. The wind picking up a little bit. If you're not in the sun, you're certainly feeling the chill. As the flag had gone up, preventing Bentley to make more inroads on that occasion. No substitutes to discuss. As Saketa just got it away from Simpson. As gliding across the pitch was Ambo.
Get across, Izzy. Bit more. When the ball's on that side, yeah.
Kane Edwards was happy to get that one out of play. I was having a look at the Calder lineup. Looks as if Eki might have been substituted at half time. Hasten has the armband in the heart of defence. We can't seem to see the captain. Looks as if there was a change. This was nearly a chance for Walsh. She's been lively. And just confirming that change, Wilbert has come on. She's in the heart of midfield. So perhaps a bit of a defensive change rather. Of course, Eki was playing in that fullback area looks as if we've now got Smith taking up that position as Hayson with the armband came right across. Keeps it alive just hit the corner flag. As Bentley might have a chance. It opens up for them. Is this the equalising moment? They're still with that opportunity. Second a clearing. Simpson tried to go around one too many. As finally the chance was dispatched, it's not going to drop in time. A lot more lively from Bentley. And a correction on the fullback position, it was actually Aiton accumulating Ecky's position, with Wilbert dropping into a more central midfielder role. Well controlled, but not passed. Johnston trying to play something incisive towards Simpson. Routinely ushering out a play was Aiton. So more promising from the side in green. Calder trying to play themselves out of a tricky situation. It's going to bobble up and sit up for Smith, who dispatches towards Lum, who's greeted with Cook. Lum does nicely. Calder have a chance, they fire. Johnston got involved. She remains on the turf. Sandhu. Audacious effort. Not tipping in time from Langley. But concern for Johnston, who went in very firmly to try win possession. She's back up on her feet. But it did look rather painful. They had collided for the ball. When Gooey went long. That's what they've had to try win it. Han does so. She wants to venture. She has time and space. Options ahead of her. The captain in a central area. Runners out wide. Bentley have a chance. Fizzed across the face of goal. More positive signs on display. Brown just perhaps trying to pick out a teammate at the back post. It looked as if she could have even been trying to find the left corner of the net. Hadn't done so. But Saketa was caught guessing. I'm sure the Calder keeper was happy to see that one. Fistle out of play. As Brown holding on the right side, not allowing for Calder to exit until the searching pass was made. Ambo wants to travel. Sandhu was an option. Hand cutting it off. Johnston, Kane Edwards, lofting to no avail. Now here come Calder. There's a lot of space open for Walsh, who heads towards the edge of the box. Ball fizzed in with some velocity. The back post, the target for Lum, who was there. Sandhu not able to find a teammate. So it'll be Chen's ball. Bomford might have lost it in the sun. Trying to flick away into some space was Fernandez. Brown went quickly to her captain. Bomford, space. ahead of her to try pick out Shering. Couldn't do so. And Christie had heaps of real estate to perhaps venture into if she was released by a captain. As Hayson, they've worked it nicely. Orchestrating the defensive territory was the current captain. He has been influential today at keeping things moving. She's looking to take the game on herself and does so nicely. Lum flicking on. Sandhu, Walsh ahead of her. And Walsh has received possession. The flag stays down. Is this a chance for her second? Calder United make it 2. A brilliant finish. Larissa Walsh. She's inspired. Flag stayed down upon the run she made into space. Attacking awareness on full display. Once she was in behind, she still had a task to complete. 100% was the mark. Goes to the right of the keeper, who had no answer. And Calder have their second. And it comes. Couldn't even argue against the run of momentum. The Westside had started the second half a lot more brightly than they did in the first. As it's a working Calder. Lum across the face of goal. Composure out of the defensive half. Fernandez. Johnston tried to get into some space. Fernandez chasing. Using her body to try win possession. She lost that momentarily to the benches. Bit of a quite literal grey area of the broadcast today. Each time the ball ventures towards the touchline where the managers are. As Walsh could be in yet again. Mengi came off her line. Walsh definitely feeling it today. As Calder just always recycling possession in the middle of the park. That's where they've won the majority of the contest today. As the bounce is going to work. Lum was the target. She gets around one. Works it wide. She kept going. She took it upon her stride. Across the face of goal. Sandhu was the target. There could have been a call for a penalty there. As Hazen, no nonsense, kept it away. You could argue that might have been a penalty if she was to go to ground. As Cook isolated, they were momentarily. Bentley showcasing some fine football to get out of that jam. As Johnston went very high, the keeper hasn't dealt with it. Chance remains there for Bentley. Off the crossbar it goes. Secular well beaten. The crossbar, however, wasn't. That was Bomford off the left boot. Would have been a sumptuous finish. Haven't she found the net? Meanwhile, they're back in on goal. Fernandez. Fine ball across the face. Simpson just not able to catch it. So Bentley, despite being 2-0 down, showcasing some fight. They're definitely not going to give up, you could say. And they're very close to clawing one back. As Bentley cleaned it up in their defensive half. Calder have the throw in. Look to work it along the very parameter of the pitch. So Walsh is at the brace. And she's in the box. There's that one bobbling over off the head of Cook. As Bentley look to make the change. Simpson has been substituted. On comes the number 9. So Coco Parker, the number 9, enters for Bentley. She has a corner to defend. As gliding and going all the way to the back post was Zambo. They protest for a corner. So once Mangui dispatches towards the middle of the pitch, this is where Nick Mariana wants his side to win the battles. They haven't done so at all today. And that looping ball had Walsh chasing onto it. Mangui, it's becoming a theme, goes up and high. As Smith receives it, had a bit to do. Hernandez getting stuck in. As that will be her final introduction, further involvement rather, of the afternoon. Lowry has come on and taken the throw in as her first involvement. Ball was in dispute. Who's going to win it? Zandu definitely thought she could, and she'd done so.
Get around her, Harry. Get around her. Get around her.
Ambo. Lowry making the overlapping run. Ambo dispatches across. Only for the keeper to claim. She wants to go quickly. Johnston. Bomford flicking over. And it might open up here for Bentley. They had runners left and right. The captain gets involved and gets it back. Lowry just in the right place to head that ball away from danger.
Keep going there. Not over Bentley, keep going.
We will provide a full rundown of the games that have passed in round 5 in a moment to discuss the football that has been on display throughout the round, and in particular, we want to cast our minds to the Burundurra clash against Heidelberg last night at the Venator Club. 4 goals apiece in what is arguably the clash of the month across both competitions. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the home side were leading 3-1 at half-time. They'd scored straight from kickoff in the second half to make it 4-1. And Heidelberg left it until the 87th minute to find an equaliser. They climbed the mountain, which was a 3-goal deficit, to come back. So if you're a Bentley Greens fan at home or around the stadium, you certainly draw something from that result there at the Venator Club. Fernandez, received from Brown, gets it back, they combine towards the near post. The cross was targeted for, as Calder earn the throw-in. Brown getting stuck in. Ambo shifting brilliantly. She found Sandu, who keeps the ball away from Bomford. Of course, bit of indoor pedigree about Sandu and Mami Ambo. They are involved in the Series Futsal League, the women's competition, on a Wednesday night at the Series Futsal Arena in Thomastown. Huge enthusiasts for the World Game. Bomford. Flag raised on Parker. This is the opportune moment to have a look around the grounds. Of course, for round 5, it kicked off at Wembley Park. Box Hill hosted the Bulleen Lions, in which they cruised home to a 3-0 victory. What an intervention from Kate Edwards. All the meanwhile, Ambo would have certainly been in on goal. Edwards, fantastic to prevent that. As Johnston threw a boot at it. Bomford does well, gets the ball away, and there's a chance now for Bentley. Parker spins away from her marker, she goes for goal, and it's trickled its way in. Off the bench, with impact, the substitute turns the game on its head. They've clawed one back the away side. Nick Mariana and co. content with that result. It was a fine ball from the captain to unleash the number 9. Initially it looked as if Sekida had made the save. The ball just trickling in. This contest well and truly still alive. 2-1 the score. The away side perhaps making a case. However, Calder are venturing forward in their own right. Ambo towards the near post, bobbling ball. Lum not there to flick beyond Mengui, who gave it a big thump. Parker, inspired, controls. Rekindles through Hahn. Bomford getting more involved in her own right. Flicking on. Chance might open up. Fernandez could be in. Sekida had to come off her line.
Keep going, keep going.
And Bentley growing in momentum, growing in leg speed. They're making things work in attack. Meanwhile, Lowry's there with Brown. Brown does well, goes back to her keeper. It bounces off of Walsh. They're unable to clear. Lowry just trying to find an option in the middle. Walsh still remains on the deck. Lum acknowledges that. Larissa, I think, following the clearance made by the keeper. Might have copped that one around the upper region of her chest, potentially her face. She has still remained on the grass, which you can see both sides now just having a discussion amongst themselves. This will allow us to get back into the fixtures, to the results from the weekend. We're at CB Smith Reserve on Saturday. Brunswick Juventus and Preston Nines played to a 2-4 contest in the end, with the home side going down to the Lions. Of course, that was at CB Smith Reserve in Faulkner. Alamein away from home knocked off Football Victoria Emerging 2-3. That contest at the home of the Matildas. And you've noticed so far the away sides this round have been the ones showcasing performances better than their home counterparts. Back to this one for the meantime. That will be the final involvement from arguably the best player on the park so far today. Walsh resides to the bench. Shimizu enters. Sportsmanship on display. Calder get the ball back. Walsh wasn't substituted for Shimizu. They're both on the park together. The number 7 usually in attack. She's now in the heart of midfield. It's Lum. Spun. Got it to Ambo. Rather right, dare I say, Amber, it was not, it was Sandu. As the captain, getting a bit overzealous and trying to play out the back. Of course, South Melbourne at Lakeside this weekend were beaten by the Royals by 2-1. And finally, that clash, dare I say, of the month between Burundara, Kerry Eagles and Heidelberg United. A 4-4 contest at the Venator Club. What a game that would have been from a neutral perspective. A lot of high-quality football on display across both NPL competitions. So just making a case for the away side. No away sides this weekend have dropped points. As a matter of fact, they've all claimed them. Four out of 5 games played so far have culminated in away victories. Perhaps the theme of the round. Can Bentley not be the outlier? Calder will certainly hope they're not. Bomford's come to life. Brown. Fernandez. They've combined nicely in this second term. Brown looking to get around Larry. Fernandez, they're queuing up in the centre. It's a matter of fact if they can get it there. Ball in dispute for the meantime. As Cook went long, but at the corner.
Maeve, are you okay? You okay? Sonia, yes or no? Yes? Okay.
Fernandez looking to be replaced.
Where is she? Izzy. Yeah. Izzy! No, you're coming off. No, you're off. You're off.
She didn't want to come off. Brown, you got to give her full credit for that. She was happy to stay on.
Tell June to go up.
She claimed she couldn't see the fourth official's board. That will be her last involvement of the afternoon.
Mate, in front. Grenade behind. In front, mate.
As a substitution was made. Amber clearing from the corner.
June up.
Sofronides
Right side.
replacing Fernandez. Laurie using her body nicely for taking a momentary tumble. Crafty was the number 7. And there's forward runners for Calder. Lum applying some pressure. There's the first involvement of Sofronides. He was cautious in passing it back.
Forward.
Kane Edwards had entrapped it. Got a boot onto it. Players losing it momentarily in the sun. Hand progressing further up. She's earned a lot of the ball today. The number 22 for Bentley. As meanwhile, Sandu got beyond Kane Edwards, but not beyond the last line of the fence. In Sienna Fogarty, who is happy to concede the corner. It's a bit of a reshuffle in formation. For the away side, their wide players coming a little bit deeper, perhaps into more wing-back roles rather than midfielder wide options. But Hahn is now leading the line with Parker, who's on the scoreboard so far. Was that cross not bothering anybody? For Bentley.
Move across, Kaka. Move across.
And Gui just shifting everybody to the right side. Oh, from the right side to the left. As Walsh is back up on her feet was the target.
Support, support.
That ball bobbling. And wanted to try and get there. Ambo skipping around Johnston. Bit isolated was Ambo. She got the shot away. And for a second there, looked as if the top right corner was going to ripple.
Closer, support. Closer, closer.
And Gui unbothered. She went long. Clean possession. Not registered so far in midfield.
Support, bounce
By
out.
either side, it's hotly competed there. Crafty play. Hand does very well to keep it alive and earns a free kick.
Set up early.
So Shimizu just on defensive duties for the meantime. Central region.
This is the one.
The ball's currently in just outside the centre circle. They're looking to crowd the keeper. Kane Edwards lofts wide back towards the car park, and well, that's a wasted chance for the away side.
That's all right, we keep going. Keep working, Billy. Coming, coming. Plenty of time, girls.
Kane Edwards, usually a decent user, just wasn't able to pick out anyone there. As they overplayed in the back, Calder hastened in their own right, a fine distributor of the ball. Couldn't go anywhere there. So Bentley ramping up the pressure. Hand. Trapped it nicely, kept it away from her Calder counterparts with her body. Bomford certainly come to life in this second. Hadn't seen much from her in the first. Throw went towards Shering. Cross comes in, And the target she controls with her chest. The captain is winding up. Johnston intervened with the clearance. Hahn getting stuck in. Johnson gets it back. Parker trying to shift around a couple. You can hear those on the Bentley Greens bench looking for the free kick. I believe their player was pushed. Parker and Johnston. Communication from the captain was key. She cleared. Shimizu. Ambo flicking on. Bentley having the answers for the meantime. Cook done well initially. Culminates all the football on offer for the weekend. The Sunday clash. And Bentley aren't exactly out of it. As Parker didn't get the rub of the green but kept the ball. Look to the assistant who's awarded possession to Bentley, who are having probably their best spell of the game so far. Parker back to Brown.
Squeeze.
Lowry goes down the line. Here's Ambo. Trying to get around Johnston. Shimizu. Happy to recycle through a keeper. Hayson. Loom hasn't had much of it today. But we are 10 odd minutes away from the 90 culminating, entering stoppage time. This game a little bit in the balance. Lowry was the target. Walsh might have been onside if Shimizu wants to pick her out. Ambo just swinging it air. She found the funny side in it. She gets it back. Shimizu kept it alive. Calder want to marry into some possession, which they haven't had much of in the last 10 odd minutes of play. Parker applying pressure. Look.
Come off.
Patient, Shimizu. Hayson lofting. Sandu the target, uses her body and gets away. She has some space to venture into now on the right side of the field. Walsh, the target, Fogarty cleaning up. Calder earn it back. Shimizu. Walsh trying to make things work. And a rush clearance. Right to Parker. Couldn't keep it alive. From Brown. Loom controlled nicely. Shimizu. Johnston got it away from her. Bentley go over the top. Hand the target. She gets the afterburners on. Keepers come off her line. Hand has a chance from an improbable angle. She keeps possession superbly. Parker. Johnston. Lofting towards the captain. Keepers come off her line. Bomford. Going around a couple. Chance for Bentley. Bomford kept going. Back to the keeper's near post. Who was there to claim. Siketa went very long. Kane Edwards controlled. Fogarty got it back to Edwards. Hahn was the target. Edwards heading to keep Ambo at bay.
Go. Keep going, June. On this one. June.
Hazen just not able to find Smith and create some cohesion.
5 left, keep going, 5 left.
As Lum has been substituted. Anderson, her replacement. Routine display from Lum, nothing out the ordinary or exceptional for that matter. As Hand got the afterburners on, away to reinforcements. Went towards the near post, nobody home. As now Hazen perhaps finding some cramp late on in the contest.
Keep going, follow it in.
Not far away from the 90.
Okay.
The Greens still with half a sniff. And the curtain caller of football across all the rounds. As that ball got over the top of Fogarty, Sandhu couldn't trap Kane Edwards. Got over Zallis and trying to keep Sandhu at bay. Perhaps a yellow card could have been issued. The official didn't think the same. As Edwards just keeping Sandhu's pass, not entering the box. As Megorian came across and bounced it off Coco Parker. Lowry down the line, isolated was Sandhu, got it off to Walsh. Try to chip past to a wide area. And chasing. Calder remaining composed for the meantime. They work it out of that tight spot. Just going to get the pass away. They earn it back. Ambo gets it wide. A little bit too wide for that matter. Thought the ball might have gone out of play, and Walsh had a chance for the hat-trick. Glaring opportunity, she couldn't find her third. What would have been the match sealer. Feels if Bentley had to cover that half chance, they might just take it and continue on with the theme of the away side. Which has been the theme of round 5. The away sides haven't dropped points. Bentley, well, can they continue that narrative? Still some time left in it for them.
Back in.
to do so.
Back in. Go, go, go. Keep the ball.
Shimizu, incisive, ball bobbling, keeper claiming.
Drop.
And Gui, nice and long yet again.
Good, Maya.
Hasten just calming things down for the meantime. As Zambo keeps it alive. Gets around Edwards. Walsh at the back post. She's the target. Walsh is there! And by judging from the faces around the grounds and around us here on commentary, everybody in shock as to how that's not the third for the number 3. That would have sealed the contest. Will that come to haunt them? As Megorian head of the way. Walsh was in space. Sandu over the top trying to find Ambo, couldn't do so. Stoppage time nearly upon us. Lowry. Whistle sounds. She was fouled. As the board has gone up. 3 minutes of stoppage time awarded. Hasten just clearing, gifting possession back to Bentley. Johnston getting stuck in. They all look to push up. Edwards. Bomford turned, got the ball away. Brown confronted with Lowry, who's won the battle momentarily. Brown with possession, his hand. Bomford. Ambo intervening. Megorian. Compacting the space. Larry conceding possession. Brown looked for Parker, who was isolated. Ambo intervening. Can feel the desperation around it. Bentley back themselves here. Ball towards hand. Hasten taking over and clearing only as far as Fogarty, who sends it out wide. They skip away, and Walsh could be off to the races. They apply some pressure. Work it all the way back to the keeper. It goes very quickly, up and high. Parker bounced off her head. Megorian controlled and got it to safety. Is there a chance? It looked as if there could have been one until the pass just not finding its target. And that might be the contest all wrapped up. Calder back in possession. All the players push towards the right side of the field. Bentley get it back. They throw it quickly. They know time is of the essence. Concern on the Calder United manager. He's asking the fourth official how much time is left. Walsh chasing Fogarty. Goes back to the keeper. She miscues. Walsh has a chance. She had Ambo all on her own if she was to pass it to her. Bentley still have time and a chance perhaps. Brown. Hand in the centre. Bomford. They want the ball to get to the box. Johnston. Ambo pressing. Bomford. Can she get the shot away? Got around one. Nearly kept going until second acclaimed. They look towards all the officials. As there was the full-time whistle. The home side change the narrative in which has been of round 5, where all the away sides have come away with the points. They remain with Calder. Fine afternoon of football. It was a fine weekend across all competitions in Victoria. This one at Keilor Lodge has culminated. Calder United 2, Bentley Greens 1. For round 5, we'll be happy to see you next week for round 6. Thank you and good night, NPL fans.